Hello everyone, this is Minoxen bringing you another high-definition commentary of Heroes of Newerth. This is going to be a matchup between the Russian Rainbow Warriors, for those of you that can't understand my horrible Russian accent, and the Newerth Police Department. Looks like the majority of the guys over there. Some familiar names here and there, so don't want to play favorites. I won't go name by name. But we do have... Oh, well, first of all, I need to say thank you to the subscribers of the channel there. We are over 600 subscribers now. Thank you, guys. If you are not subscribed yet, go ahead and feel free to subscribe. It is free. And, yeah, also, I need more replay suggestions. So send those replay suggestions to minoxen@gmail.com. And I will take a look at them there and see if we can get those done. I was supposed to be joined tonight by Smock, so we're still holding off on doing that match. For whatever reason, she couldn't make it. But I am here to do another matchup instead, so we will do this one. And, yeah, let's go over the bands. We had Meraxis, Bombardier, Wretched Hag, Andromeda, Dr. Repulsor, Witch Slayer, Thunderbringer, and Chipper. So, just from looking at that, I'm guessing they didn't want to have... they were wanting to clean up some of those big nuke-type players with Bombardier. Meraxis is just a really good tank. Dr. Repulsor's nasty middle. Witch Slayer's got his good... support. Thunderbringer's good against the tri-lines there as well. So, not exactly sure. I'm expecting to see tri-line here since they took out a couple of those big nukers like Thunderbringer and Chipper. But anyways, I guess since most of the heroes are picked here, I don't have to guess. So, we've got on the Hellborn side, Slither, Pandemonium, Electrician. Good to see him around. Deadwood and Nymphora. And then on... Ooh, Sandwraith picked up. On the Legion side, we have Sandwraith, Devourer, I almost called him Pudge, Devourer, Hellbringer, Voodoo Jester, and Glacius, all going to be playing here. So, very interesting lineups. Good to see Sandwraith. Don't get to see him very often, but like to see him. He's a good hard carry there. I guess that... yeah, the Hellborn doesn't really have a hard carry that's of the equivalent of Sandwraith. I mean, Pandemonium can get really nasty, but I think Sandwraith ultimately can maybe get a little bit more powerful. So, ultra late game, I mean, they do have Devourer, Hellbringer. Hellbringer's good team presence. Glacius gives lots of mana. Voodoo Jester. I'd say, looking at teams here, just going to give the late game to Legion side and probably the early to mid game to the Hellborn, given that they have Deadwood there. Pandemonium's a strong presence throughout. Nymphora is going to be a big help. Slither's a good support. Probably not one of the best, but still pretty good. And then Electrician, which I haven't gotten to see in a long time, honestly, so I'm kind of excited to see him in here, see how well he does. I love his little grab, and Purge is always a nice little skill to have as well. And if you'll watch my last video, I did have the little thing get stuck on my mouse, but I think that this latest patch has fixed that for me, as some of you all commented. So thank you all for letting us know that. As apparently the Russian Rainbow Warriors are very proud of the motherland, I guess, of Mother Russia. Oh, that was horrible. But I'll try and stop doing Russian accents. I just got to, though, if they're the Russian Rainbow Warriors. And I don't know how to do a gay Russian accent, so that would just really throw me there. What the... Okay. I don't think I've played with the Christmas Courier before. I haven't seen the little sleigh before. But let's not dwell on that, shall we? We have Nymphora going middle here. Has her wards. She's probably going to go ahead and be throwing a ward here to get some vision on this. Doesn't want to get caught out, though, as it looks like the Legion's taking their sweet time getting out of their base. And they are all kind of trying to start to convene here towards this rune. So there might actually be a little bit of a battle royale going on here. As, yeah, Sandwraith is the most important one you want to show up besides Devo. But they are going to get in position there. Nymphora waiting to throw her ward up, and the NPD just doing a little bit of a patrol there, making sure that nobody's in the area doing any unsightly things. They don't want that defense tower getting juked. Must be playing. Oh, that's one dead Nymphora. That's one dead Nymphora. Oh, she does not die. I was going to say, there were like 4 people here. How is she going to get out of there? Well, she said, maybe I can throw a ward out or do something. Cherry Popper. Oh, someone must have the, The new that makes sense. The Russian Rainbow Guild or Warriors. I guess that this must be their pack of voices or something. Someone went to the extra expense just for that special little effect there. As Pandemonium getting caught out by the support here for this bottom lane, they did go ahead and send a tri-lane bottom, and they are going to do some serious damage to Pandemonium. They're not going to get him, though. He's going to make it up here and be okay. But they did do some serious damage to him, and he is going to have a very hard time down in that bottom lane with that dual lane against the tri-lane. Looks like Nymph4 are going to be going middle to help Deadwood out a little bit. Top, it is Electrician versus Hellbringer. Even though Electrician has a little bit of a experience lead currently, I'd almost want to give Hellbringer the early advantage on that just because of that poison spam is going to be so annoying for Electrician, and he's a ranged versus melee. So that's going to be hard for him to make up for. But we'll just have to see how that pans out in the end here. Wow, there's just a lot of action going on down here. As all these people running about. Voodoo Jester sitting off in the side of the woods there, trying... And these guys are doing a pretty good job about staying up close to experience range, but boy, they have to be really careful because getting caught out a little bit there by the slow and the stun and the other slow from Sandwraith. Well, Sandwraith doesn't have mana right now, so... But still, they are going to go ahead and bring Nymph4 back down here, and they're going to go tri-lane to tri-lane and see whose tri-lane is bigger and meaner. Whip it out there and find out. And Electrician, actually, how's he doing up here? I'm going to try and follow here and actually read some stats, so I apologize. I'm horrible at looking down here. Oh yeah, Electrician's not doing so hot. 2-0. Hellbringer, 4-1, 5-1. He's got a little bit of an advantage. He's ranged. So we're only 2 minutes into the game, so the lanes are still anybody's game. The Legion is keeping this bottom lane pushed very far forward, though. They did go ahead and just now pull, which is what you would expect to see. This little Minotaur refuses to go back. And top, finally, we're going to see Electrician go down. A haste rune. The bitch slap going out, apparently, as Devo uses his haste that he managed to bottle there to get the early kill onto Electrician, giving even more of an advantage towards Hellbringer up here. And I was pretty sure he was going to be the one to lead that lane anyways, but that's just going to seal the deal all the better. And Glacius, while he was doing a little bit of a creep pull back here, got caught out, had the tri-lane catch him, and went down. So we have a 2-1 lead in favor of the Legion so far. I guess that kind of balanced things out, losing Glacius while they lost Electrician up top. But Electrician losing his lane, I think, is a little more important than Glacius going down. So we'll just have to see how much this Electrician can manage to take before he kind of cracks. Devo, however, how are you doing, Devo? Oh, I see action bottom. Or I saw something. Must have just been a nuke. I saw Sandwraith 8 drop. But Devo is currently 4-4. Meanwhile, Deadwood 12-6. So Deadwood winning the creep score, but that nice little run up top from Devour was enough to get the kill onto Electrician. So that's a nice move from him, trying to help out his teammate, keep the momentum rolling in that lane, as it looks like it has continued to do so, as we have Electrician 7-2 running up there to get a quick little pulse off versus 14-1. So almost double the creep score onto Hellbringer, and he also was the one that picked up that hero kill. So it looks like the Hellborn's kind of wishing that they maybe had gone ahead and warded this. Who was it that got the wards anyways? Chipper threw one there. Chipper threw one there. Do we not have any wards at all for the Hellborn? Nope. We have Holy for the win, throwing one out there, and throwing one there. That's a little odd. I don't know if I've... Is that giving vision there? I assume it must. Looks like it is. So very interesting, as, yeah, he did go ahead and throw that there to give them a little advanced warning on the Devo, as Pandemonium's going to pick up the kill onto Sandwraith. So very nicely done, as that is something that they need to do. They need to keep that Sandwraith down to give them the early advantage in this game, keep that going, and that'll be immensely helpful for them. Electrician's doing a pretty good job, though, up here. He's managing to stay up in lane, stay forward far enough there. He's got his little shield, you know, his little iron buckler, right? Yeah, so he's got that. and he's able to take some harassment from this Hellbringer, but Hellbringer's still doing a good job. And he might not have the DPS capable to take down Electrician at this point, but it'll come in time, and he's getting the farm that he needs and the solo experience so he can have that ultimate as early as he would like it there as well. But Sandwraith 13 and 1, Pandemonium 14 and 2. So I guess that Sandwraith is getting about the same farm, but they were keeping it really far pushed forward here. Looked like Glacius was gonna go for a creep pull, but he went ahead and held off. Oh, I see. He's wanting to creep stack at this point. That is the reason for him holding off on that, because he didn't want it retreating back a little too early. But he did get the creep stack effectively done there now. While Devo and Deadwood are doing a little dance. Deadwood Invisible going to be coming down. He's got his ultimate, the Willowmaker. Who's he going to get? 625 HP on Voodoo Jester. 511 on Glacius. If he can find this Glacius here alone, that's going to be a dead Glacius. Oh, come on now. Oh, he's going to find him. Here it is. Wait for it. Oh, come on. Don't use it on... Oh. Yeah, that's kind of what I was afraid of. Bummer. Yeah, it would have been really nice if he'd have gotten the kill onto Sandwraith, but I think that he could have gotten the guaranteed kill onto Glacius. With as much damage as he did do, it would have been enough there. And Glacius is going to go down anyways, so I suppose it wasn't the worst decision in the world. Devil running down here, missing the hook horribly, but just wandering past this entire Hellborn team, as I guess the only Hellborn we got left up here is just the Electrician. Everyone else is actually down here. As we are 7 minutes into the game, an experience lead very minorly, and gold lead as well, very, very minorly, I shouldn't even probably mention it, in favor of the Hellborn and the Newerth Police Department, as it would seem. The Russian Rainbow Warriors, oh, gotta love that name, are not, I mean, they're not doing bad, it's just, you know, I think that I would have assumed that the Hellborn would have the advantage here, and they are minorly, and the Winged Courier gets a hit or two off on it, as he does go ahead and collect the bottle for oh, he'd already had a bottle on it. Devil going to pick up the kill onto Holy there, and Voodoo Jester going to be following up nicely there. Slither, ooh, double tap. So nicely done, as he does manage to pick up the double tap, and has increased his farm substantially. Oh. I have not seen the Christmas Deadwood, I don't think. Looks like he's got a bunch of beer bottles shoved into him. Very festively colored beer bottles. They're just very strange, large lights, if they're intended to look like lights. I wonder what Keeper of the Forest looks like. Talking about someone you're not going to see in a 5v5. I haven't seen Keeper in forever. Not that he's horrible, but, well, nobody ever picks him, so I'm just used to not seeing him. As Electrician continues to do his thing up here, still been going one-on-one versus this Hellbringer. Looks like Hellbringer's going to have to back out for now, giving Electrician a chance to do a little bit of catch-up work. As the big cluster is going on down here bottom, same as it has been all game. Trying to determine who's going to win the tri-lane, and basically who's going to win middle as well. As it looks like Nymphora's going to get caught by the hook there. The poison going out, the Nymphora's zeal going out as well, but it's not going to get any damage done there. And wow, they really were not able to do much to counter that whatsoever. Apparently Holy does not appreciate the Devour hooks that he has been receiving, as he has the Devil's landed some pretty nice hooks so far, so gotta give him a little bit of credit. Of course, then there's those like that one that kind of don't look as cool. So yeah, I'm not sure what his accuracy rate is, but he hasn't been doing too terrible, I don't think. He's been doing pretty good. Uh-oh, saw someone die. It didn't give me the message, though. That's weird. Electrician managed to going down there to the ultimate from Hellbringer with his Malphus there. Wonder if he managed to get his Purge off on Malphus. I can't remember how much damage that does, but it's quite a lot, if I recall properly. What is that going to be going down there from Nymphora? Sandwraith trying to take that out. Unfortunately, the backup from the Legion side a little late to the party, as Pandemonium does switch targets. He goes off onto Voodoo Jester. I don't know if they're going to be able to take Voodoo Jester. Yes, they are. Wow. Powerful combo going out from Pandemonium. They probably could have stuck onto Sandwraith if Pandemonium had chased just a little further. He could have gotten the flick off and started the good combination there. But he decided to back up and go for an easier target. Alright, it is 11 minutes into this game. Sorry for the little silence. I was just kind of basically watching the game as the ward battle is going on here, trying to determine who's going to win. Looks like the Hellborn going to go ahead and take out the counter ward and the Ward of Sight. So, well done. As middle we have Deadwood possibly going to be going down here. Does get the root thrown out, but throws it out as though they were going to be retreating, and that just didn't work for him at all. As Devo does get the hook out and finishes Deadwood quite easily, it seems. That's a lot of Slither wards, not Sither wards. Sither. Is it just me, or does Slither seem like a Pokemon? Slither, I choose you! I wanna be the very best. Oh, I shouldn't know that song. Actually, I should. I've probably logged so many hours in Pokemon, it's sad. Great game, by the way. Great game. Sandwraith, let's go on some items, shall we? It's 12 minutes into this, and I seem very, very ultra-focused this game, so I am going to go over his items now, as we have the Life Tube and Iron Buckler onto Sandwraith. He's trying to get his Helm of the Black Legion finished here. Has not managed to do so yet. Devour sitting on his Blood Chalice, has Ghost Marchers, and a bottle. He's having a good time. Unfortunately got caught in the root, but still lands a nice hook onto that Deadwood, and the Voodoo Jester ultimate comboing. So, very nicely done, as he does get the Smackdown, or Bitch Slap, as it was called in this particular variant. But he does go down to Pandemonium. The Bitch Slap in return. So, lots of slaps going out in this game, as that makes it very entertaining. And what was I doing? Items. That's right. Items. Before all hell broke loose. What do we have going on here? He's got his Beast Heart picked up, Blood Chalice, Hellbringer's coming middle. Gonna try and do a little pushing while he has his Malphus. Malphus spreading his juices all over the place. Voodoo Jester sitting on pretty much nothing. He's support. Same with Glacius. Doing a little bit of counter warding. Nicely done, as he does go ahead and take out the Hellborn. Oh, unfortunately he didn't quite place it. I don't know if he's just not in a position to see that, or I think it might be out of range just barely. But he does get the slow out, but he doesn't really... I was going to say, he doesn't have the backup there. Oh, talk about a crazy hook. That did not look like that should have landed. But he got pulled into it, and Devour got ultimated down from Deadwood, as now Pandemonium is going to be able to finish off this Sandwraith, I would imagine. No, he doesn't get the kill. But it looks like Nymphora are going to pick up the kill. Glacius is going to be going down as well. Youch! So, nicely played there from the Hellborn, as they pick up a 3-for-1 kill there. So, wow. Very nicely done. So, we've touched on the Legion items. No real huge item pickups to speak of. Sandwraith's still working on the Helm of the Black Legion, which is going to help him much later in the game. Middle Electrician is probably going to get a kill pickup. Yes, he does, as he does get the last hit onto that Hellbringer, thanks to a nice Nymphora port. And Deadwood doing some creep weakening, too. They had a nice stack of creeps there. Did not decide to stick around, though, since he is in the enemy woods. Slither, what you sitting on, buddy? You've got Marchers and a Punch Dagger, so he is going to be going Ghost Marchers eventually. Be my guess. Deadwood finishing off those creeps there. Nicely done. Picking up a nice chunk of gold for that. Helm of the Black Legion finished on Pandemonium. Electrician, what you working on, boy? Is he working on the mana clicky ring? Oh god, I sound like such a noob. I can't remember how you build that now, for whatever reason. I've been away from Han too long. And you just don't see that item very often, since Blood Chalice has been around. It serves a different purpose, really, but... Devour gonna get caught here finally. Glacius throwing out a pretty decent ultimate. It's doing a lot of damage, but it's not gonna matter as he is forced to back out. Pandemonium getting off the grab onto Voodoo Jester. The Malphus coming out to break the Pandemonium ultimate. Is gonna go down. Nymphora having to limp away now. Does throw out a last second stun to try and prevent any followers. And they were successful in that, as it was a 1-for-1 exchange of Devo for Pandemonium. And I gotta say, I'd probably do that. You know, Pandemonium's their hardest carry on their team. Well, he's really technically the only carry or semi-carry on their team. Devo is an early source of headaches and woes. So taking him out right now doesn't really ruin his late game. He's still got a lot of early game potential. Sandwraith is the one you got to watch out for. And they tried to get a little bit of a counter-attack here going, but unfortunately Legion was on top of it and backed out. Did they get this middle tower? Oh, denied with the base defense. 41. Is he going to stick around? Yes, he does. And the deny going off as well. So, unfortunately, Phoenix should have probably just has said, you know what, I'm not going to get it. I just might as well back up. Unfortunately, he does get bitch slapped for his efforts. And who else is going to get bitch slapped? Looks like, yeah. Voodoo Jester goes... or no, not Voodoo Jester. Wow. Hellbringer goes down very quickly there to the combination of Pandemonium and Pals. Items, items, items. I keep getting distracted. Oh, he does go ahead and finish his Ring of Sorcery. That's what it's called. I knew it was the mana clicky. I'm not crazy. I knew it. Yeah, so he picked that up. That's going to be helpful for him. I'm not sure if it's the best pickup, in my opinion. I don't know, you guys probably know more about 5v5 pickups than I do, but it's not probably something I would have thought of. Deadwood, however, does have his portal key now, making him all the more deadly. Nymphora still sitting on a Blood Chalice, and Steam Boots. So right now we are still pretty much at a dead heat. There's only a 2,500 experience lead for the Hellborn and a 1,300 experience lead, or 1,300 gold lead. In that same direction. So the Hellborn has maintained an early advantage, just not as large of a margin as they probably need to be able to, you know, keep a dominating presence in the late game. Not that Sandwraith is so completely, totally domineering that, you know, they don't have a chance. But they do have a hard carry on the Legion, and they do not have one on the Hellborn, so we are going to have to see how this game develops out. I think that if this does get to super late game, I would have to say that Sandwraith is going to be a difficult target to take out at best, and they'll just have to try and focus him down, and then it's pretty much an even fight, if not a little more in favor of the Hellborn. As bottom, we do have Sandwraith. Speaking of Sandwraith, he is probably going to die here. Oh, why did you stop, Deadwood? Okay. Okay, it's alright. It's alright. Nymphora's heal bomb went off there and finished the job. So nicely done. Oh, an Electrician finally getting the tower that he wanted. He didn't get the kill for it, but he did go ahead and pick that up. Devour going down there. Glacius joining him as well. To a nice combination coming out from Deadwood. I don't think Nymphora was there for that, and Slither. So that experience and gold lead expanding just ever so slightly. And Sandwraith did finish his Helm with the Black Legion. I didn't touch on that. Devour picking up his Mystic Vestments. Going to be working on his, oh god. I want to say Shrunken Head, but that's not right. Maybe it is. It's the magic res item. Wow, I'm just so out of it tonight, guys. I'm actually kind of sleepy, so hopefully that's not going to interfere with our amazing cast that we have going so far. I'm a little perturbed that Smock wasn't here, but I'll get over it. So, it is good to be back casting, though, so I really appreciate you guys being patient and actually continuing to get subscribers during the whole process, as, uh-oh, I just heard a Skype thing, so I am going to pause this, and we may have a co-caster joining me very soon. Okay, alright, we are back, and we are joined by special guest Smock, who finally decided to show up. How you doing, Smock?
I'm doing well, thank you for having me, late as I may be.
Yeah, so, I tried catching you up a little bit, but basically there's not too much to catch up on. It's still pretty early in this game, 20 minutes in. I guess only top and middle towers are down for the Legion, and likewise for the Hellborn. So it's pretty balanced. It's only a 6,700 experience lead for the Hellborn, and a minor gold lead as well. As we have action top, and they're trying to pick off this Slither. A nice Voodoo Jester ultimate doing a lot of damage, but unfortunately he didn't get the Cursed Ground off. So Slither is going to be just fine. And Deadwood waiting to get that punch off on somebody. Waiting for it. Waiting for it. Oh, where did he go? I can't even see him. He's like, get you.
He was walking so slowly towards the guy, and then he just got frozen by Glacius.
Oh wow. Okay, that must have been what it was. I don't know if that'll be on the replay or not, but he just like disappeared on my screen. I could see his health bar, but I couldn't see him.
Oh.
So Slither gonna go down now too. Devo. Devo's been having a pretty good game. What is Devo at so far? He's 8-4. He's been landing some really nice hooks. Some of them that didn't even look like they probably should have landed. So he's got his hook hacks on, as any good Devo would.
Yeah, we got a nice Devo? Do you call him Devo? Okay, whatever. I call him Devo.
I say Devo.
Deadwood.
Devo. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter. Yeah, sorry. I'm still trying to... Oh, we got the rejected. We got the flamboyant announcer. I'm so behind. I have no idea what's going on. I apologize. I gotta
That's
catch myself
alright.
up. But Electrician is gonna be taken out at the bottom lane there.
Yep, that's the second tower that he has decided to try and desperately get that he has been rejected on as well. He was the one that took down, I believe it was, actually he's the one that's taken down all the towers on the Legion side there. He got rejected in the middle, he got rejected down at the bottom, and he managed to take the top one while everyone else was busy. So he's just been having a good time. I was actually excited to see Electrician this game, and he's not doing horribly. He did get, how do you feel on a Ring of Sorcery on him? Is that a typical pickup, or I don't know. I wasn't used to seeing it, but...
Honestly, I think that actually Voodoo Jester's taking it in the middle lane, but I did with
another invisible Deadwood on my screen for some reason.
Punch. But yeah, honestly, I don't think that it's used as much as it could be now, because they did get a
Blood Chalice.
a very substantial buff, because it's so cheap now that people are just not used to using it. They're used to using Chalice, and that's fine. But I mean,
oh, how cheap is it?
It's a great.
I didn't even.
It's fairly cheap. I don't actually know. Let me just check. Where's my shop?
See, I couldn't even remember. I was looking at his items.
It's
I was
$13.75.
Okay, well.
So it's a very, very cheap early game pickup, and especially an Electrician with his mana shield. Obviously, it goes very, very well. It gives him a lot of early mana, and
I guess I'm just so used to seeing the Blood Chalice pickup in place of that you know, everyone usually gets a Blood Chalice. So who needs the mana regen for the team, really?
Well. Why not get both? is my thinking.
God,
action in the middle though. Bitch slapped.
Yeah, I know. It makes you feel kind of dirty when that happens, doesn't it?
Are we even allowed to say that?
I don't know. Maybe this one won't go on to game replays.
TV, but
yeah. Maybe I'll have to put a warning at the beginning of this one. May contain adult language.
Well, you got to think about that from S2's perspective. I mean,
yeah.
Playing this game, it's a little disturbing to me, but anyway, why are there two wards down here? I've been staring at these two wards that are like placed at the exact same time in the bottom right.
Oh, the buddy wards down here? Or were you talking? Oh, those two. Smacksmith and Chipper. That's why. It was two people.
Gonna own that illusion in the middle. Never mind. Sorry, take it over, action bottom.
It's alright, yeah. Voodoo Jester ultimate going out there doing some damage to this freaking Deadwood that refuses to show up on my screen. A nice Devo hook there, gonna catch it in for and take her down. Holy has been having a little feud with this Devourer all game, and I think Devourer is winning it. So, Holy for the win, not having too much fun there, as Devo does finally get his just desserts, as he was trying to get that Electrician, but just could not quite keep up the chase.
I'm actually quite interested in this Slither build as well. I don't know what was happening in the laning phase, but he's picked up a Beast Heart now. Helvery is getting caught in there. Oh wow, Malphus is coming out as well. But it looks like they should be able to get away with the help of that Slither Slow.
Yeah, I was
And,
calling him Slitter.
Electrician's caught, but using his purge there to get away. Nice grasp there.
Yeah, actually, really nice grasp. As the invisible Deadwood comes out, and apparently he only comes visible to me whenever he does something. He gets hit on my screen, so that's just awesome.
He's always invis?
Yeah, I can't. It's not even like he's invis. It's like there's no character there. I can click
it's
him.
probably because you didn't download the skin. Did you get the skin from the
He was showing up as Christmas Deadwood earlier until you interfered.
So I broke it, in other words.
Yeah, just like you broke the sound earlier that no one's gonna know
coming
about.
out on Holy, and he's gonna get hooked back. Oh, there we go.
And
No
the Cursed
big
Ground finished the job there. But yeah, Holy's not having a good time so far. What is he? 4 and 6. He's not as bad as he could be, but he's been having a little feud with the Devo or Devo. Well, I don't know. His name's Devourer, so I guess
Well,
Devo would
that's
be
what
more
I was just
accurate.
thinking, that Devo doesn't make much sense, but it sounds cooler.
Devo. Rocking out Devo. He's got a rhinestone jacket with spikes on the shoulders and stuff.
Exactly.
Haven't really touched on the gold per minute yet. Probably should. It's almost 36 minutes in, or 26 minutes in. Do you want to touch on that? See how the farm's
considering
going?
you can't read numbers, I can go over that.
Well, I know. I just always get lost.
Top farmer in the game is actually Electrician, sitting at 304 gold per minute. He's picked up some spell shards. That's awesome, and he's currently getting bit by Devourer and now hooked away. And it looks like he probably will go down to the Cursed Ground, maybe. But that shield is helping him a lot as well. And Brood Jester went down to that Holy for the win on N4 before that. But he is the top farmer in the game. Picking up spell shards, kind of an interesting pickup. But
yeah, this is a new item to me. I am not familiar with that item.
well, for the viewers who are not familiar with the item as well, it is a new item in the new patch. And what it does is it takes off magic armor to any magic damage that is dealt by the hero. So in this case, it kind of goes really well with his electric shield, which is kind of like a mini mock of brilliance. It just gives off magic damage in an AoE. And it also, he has his nuke as well. So interesting pickup, but I mean, it gives him reduced cooldowns. It gives him mana regen as well. So as well as he is pumping in a lot more damage. Action at the bottom, I'll let you take it over.
Yeah, as the illusion of Sandwraith went down very quickly, and I was fooled for a moment, as where'd the real one go? As the Electrician's going to go down to Devo here, nom-nom-nomming on him, and we have a little bit of split in the action as, getting rejected on the tower, and the bitch slap does go out on Deadwood, as he was trying to run away there. I didn't know he must have had something on him, as another nice hook coming out from this Devo, gonna go down to, I think a creep killed him. Yeah, a creep had to have killed him. There's nothing else around. Oh, it could have been Slither Poison. Yeah, that too. He went and ruined my little fantasy of the little warlock getting the kill.
Sorry. He probably helped.
Yeah, he probably did. He's like, relax, guys, I got this. Throws this little whatever the hell the warlock throws.
They will enshrine his image.
See, I usually have that little hero warlock on my team, and he is the one that gets the kill every time. So
yeah, that's usually how it is.
got the team jersey and everything. Everyone cheers his name as he comes out of the barracks. It's really cool. Well,
Sorry.
yeah, it's all right. Sandwraith has his Helm of the Black Legion, which he has been sitting on forever. Doesn't really look like he's managed to pick up anything else. His farm is not the best in the world. He's 178 gold per minute. Devo doing a pretty decent job. He's up at 201 gold per minute, but I mean, Devo isn't one that requires a ton of farm. Sandwraith gonna go down, gets caught there. Did Nymphora bring them down there, or was that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, Nymphora using her versatility to bring her teammates down, and Deadwood disappearing off my screen once again as soon as he eats a tree. So at least we can see his health bar. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the cause of that is, but we will just have to deal with it for now.
You can blame me, as usual.
Yeah, well, you know,
I can
everything
take it
everything
most
that
of the
goes
time.
wrong in a cast is obviously always Smock's fault.
Yep.
But we do have a push going out bottom and middle. Deadwood, nope, Deadwood's not going to stick with that middle, as they do come in here and manage to kill. Oh, Teal managed to pick off Pandemonium top, who was doing a bit of a push there. I had a little bit of help from Yellow as well. As the push is going into a tower dive here, they're trying to pick off Hellbringer. They do manage to pick up the kill on him, but man, this might end up costing them as they are well within tower range of every tower in this base pretty well, and they are taking some serious heat. Deadwood and Amphora, are they going to be able to get out here? Yes, it looks like they are. Electrician staying behind, doing his thing as the rear guard, making sure that his teammates escape. Ultimately going to go down himself. Slither going to be joining him. Yes, he does go down. So wow, yeah, that was a really bad dive. That was really foolhardy.
I was about to say that, and I mean, I'm not sure what Teal and Yellow were doing, just pushing that lane up top. If they had been down at the beginning, defending this bottom tower like they should have been with the rest of their team, that would have been easy genocide right there, because they dove way past that tower. Not sure what they were thinking at all, but they shouldn't have done that at all. They should have just stayed back and taken out the tower, and you can see the tower is like almost full health. Like they didn't do a lot at all, and just looking at their team makeup, they really need to be pushing this.
You see that Devo? He's stuck. There we go.
Oh, the big fatty.
Yeah, had to use the portal key. He got his gut stuck on that little piece of rock there.
I'm so glad you listened to what I say.
What'd I say? Or what'd you say?
Exactly.
You were talking. It's good.
No,
it's
all
good.
good.
I was just admiring his mad blinking skills. As he blunked in there.
It's great to have you back, Monoxid. Just saying
Yeah.
that.
Good to have you too, Smock. Look at that. Oh, Sandwraith is just doing so horribly. He's just, yeah. Sandwraith is not any condition whatsoever to take them into the late game. His farm has been so abysmal. He's 0-5, just not going well whatsoever. I mean, Devo's doing a good job, 12-6, you know, doing his part for the early to mid game, but wow. I was talking about that earlier in the cast, is without Sandwraith getting his farm, you know, Pandemonium's going to be, you know, the second best carry in the game. Technically, he's the only other carry in the game, really, but yeah, they need Sandwraith to get some friggin' farm here. So he's trying, but it has taken him so terribly long to kill anything right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of saying, is that if they really get to late game, I mean, you have to give it to Sandwraith, but like you were saying, see, I listen to you. Sandwraith isn't really getting the farm, and they are going to probably get this Ninja Kongor here, and maybe Panda pick it up. Or Electrician. I'd like to see it on Electrician at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Electrician, he was the last man standing in that base there, and he was taking on everyone, so why not? As it looks like Pandemonium gets the pick up there, and the port coming from Nymphora, trying to get down there to be able to save Slither and them. Looks like they kind of ended up in a bad situation, though, maybe. They will get the kill on Glacius. Actually, oh, Deadwood's there, too. Sorry, I didn't see him. As Devo goes down to Deadwood Punch. Electrician getting the grab off onto Voodoo Jester. Finish it off there by Deadwood. Or I think it was Deadwood. Is he light blue? No, that was someone else. Got the kill. Whoever light blue is. Electrician. So, wow. Yep, they are going to go ahead and try and do a little bit of a push here with the three of them. Every time he grabs a tree, he reappears. I'm not going to focus on that. That's annoying me, though.
Do you want to restart? That's fine. We can.
It's cool. We'll keep going. We're this far in. We can manage.
It might annoy the viewers, and then I'll get so much hate.
That's cool. They'll understand. Deadwood's cooler this way, anyways. I hated those little Christmas lights. I was just commenting on how they look like beer bottles that have been stabbed into. Colored beer bottles.
Level 3 spell shards now just finished on to Electrician, so that's
and Portal
the
Key on
highest.
Deadwood, too. I didn't mention that. Wow.
Yeah, I think you said that for a while, but
Okay. I don't know if I mentioned
the
that
highest
before.
level that you can get on spell shards, and now it's up to 6 magic armor that is being ignored. So he is
Restoration Stone.
dealing a lot of damage right now.
Restoration Stone picked up on Hellbringer there, so he's got the double Malphus. Going to be getting the juices all over the place as he does go ahead and pop it. Has it up, but does not have the mana to be able to summon his second Malphus. Now he does. And there it is. He does go ahead and break the Pandemonium Ultimate with it and is going to finish Panda there, taking his token. Devo going down to Deadwood in the meanwhile. And the double Malphus doing some serious damage to Panda. As, oh god, he's gonna, oh, he does manage to get Hellbringer. I was wondering if it was gonna go down, but yep, Panda gonna go down for his second time, not coming back this time. And Voodoo Jester maybe gonna be, oh god, oh, I was gonna say him and Sandwraith both just so close. Sandwraith does go down though, and I'm gonna put Do Not Disturb on because I'm getting all kinds of buddy chat. Sorry guys. But wow, yeah, quite the little piece of action there, as Voodoo Jester the only one to survive on the Legion side. And as far as the Hellborn goes, we had Slither, Deadwood, and Nymphora stay alive, and Slither still trying to do a little push. Oh, and I remembered what you were talking about. You were talking about them not pushing that. It was bugging me. I was like, I was paying attention. I just forgot. So.
It's all good. I'm just teasing.
I know. But it
yeah,
hurts.
so they're going for the more tanky build, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, the last time I paid attention to it, he just had like the Marchers and the little punch dagger. So I knew he was going Ghost Marchers, which I assumed
like,
was, you know.
Like
just,
he has the Helm of the Black Legion, which
yeah.
is an item that is kind of dumb to begin with, but that's another story. But
I've seen this build on.
But
him
if you
before.
look, well, I've seen it too. But you can't just blindly copy the build. You have to use your brain sometimes and look at what's on the other team.
Oh.
And if you look at the other team right now, there's no one dealing physical damage.
I think I've been doing it wrong.
Except.
Aren't you supposed to just look up guides and like copy paste and then keep that next to your keyboard?
Into the game.
Yeah.
I mean, Voodoo's ult, I suppose, is physical. I guess.
Yeah, and speaking of Voodoo, he has the Staff of the Master. He's going to be using that here as he got the Curse of Ground off to grab from Devo. Holy crap, 389 on the first tick of Cursed Ground. So there was no way. I almost would have, if I was them, I would just let him go to see, so he could die. You can't purge Cursed Ground off, so. Oh, and I couldn't click on Hellbringer fast enough. So he goes down to a very fast swinging Deadwood. Wow, what the? Huh. Okay, I can see him now. But yeah, he has a Nullstone. I almost called it Lincoln's. Nullstone picked up there as well, which was procced somehow, some way. So.
Yeah, I did. Back to the Slither though, because I wasn't done ranting about that. I would have rather seen him go. I didn't see early games, so I don't know how he did in his lane or whatnot. But I know that Helm of the Black Legion pickup was very late because he got it after I got here.
Yeah, he was in the cluster. There was 2 tri-lanes. It was Pandemonium, Nymphora, and Slither versus Voodoo Jester, Glacius, and Pandemonium or Sandwraith. That's what I meant.
Deadwood!
Deadwood, where'd he go? No.
Where did he go?
Yep, there he is. Found him. Doing nothing.
Oh.
I'm following him. He's in Viz, but I'm following him.
It was an illusion. I understand. Sorry. I keep getting distracted. Anyway, the too long didn't read is the I don't like it on Slither, and he should have gone more Smash build.
The good old TLDR. Oh, Nymphora actually picking up her Staff of the Master. Good God, these people have got some gold for... Man, they've just got so many of these major pickups as the Malphus ultimate comes out there and Devour goes down very swiftly. The second Malphus joining the party as well. Nymphora just 2 HP. Yeah, she does die there. The last second to the Slither poison, it looked like. As Pandemonium gonna wow, I am not able to follow the action here. They're all spread out. Deadwood goes down. Pandemonium going to pick up the kill onto Glacius. Trying to get Hellbringer now. They're just kind of ignoring Sandwraith. There we go. Now we'll focus on Sandwraith. There we go. All better now. As they do take him down. Pandemonium maybe going to go down to the poison. Oh, so close. As he does manage to get out of there. Picking up a hat trick in the process. He wants those Malphus so bad. I know he can taste it. Slither going to pick up that one, and is Panda going to catch that one? Oh, he's going to dive for it. That might have... Oh, gets breathed on there at the last second, bringing him down to about 100. So Panda just wanted that Malphus so bad. But a nice nice battle going on there. Kind of got lost there in the midst of it, but I guess it was, what, 4 for 3? in favor of the Hellborn, as the Hellborn have expanded out to 22,000 experience lead and a 15,000 gold lead. But as in my last cast, you can tell that if there is one-sided genocide, I should say, everyone dies on one side, that'll knock that down in half. So it is certainly not over by any means, but a strong lead nonetheless in favor of the Hellborn thus far.
Interesting.
I think Sandwraith at Sandwraith at 0 and 7 is probably a big part of that too.
Staff of the Master finish on M4.
Yeah, she had that. Yeah, I mentioned that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it adds the ability to teleport a friendly hero to her.
Yep. Oh, Sandwraith picking up his Sword of the Hive. Probably still going to be working on his Radiance. That's what it's called in here, right? Radiance?
Mock of Brilliance.
Mock of Brilliance. Okay, I knew that didn't sound right. Mock of Brilliance. Radiance is in Dota. I need to learn. Portal Key on Devo. I don't know how long he's had that.
Yeah, he had it last battle, and he kind of teleported into his doom at that time.
He did kind of blowed up there, so... Hellbringer's Stone of Restoration still on cooldown. Voodoo Jester has his Staff of the Master. I mentioned that. Oh, Glacius was one with the Tablet of Command that we saw earlier. Slither has a Geometer's Bane picked up now. So, wow. Slither, yeah, definitely going the semi-carry route here, hoping to be able to pull something out for his team. Unfortunately, when he used his Geometers, he was the first one to run forward. Now he's sending an Illusion in. Do some baiting, do some baiting. Oh, as he does manage to bait just about everything.
Oh, wow.
He had. Nicely done. Got the hook, got the Cursed Ground, the Cask, the Mojo, everything. As Pandemonium does pull off his ultimate there onto Hellbringer. Gonna take him down very quickly. Thanks to that shrunken head that he's got. Gonna also do some work. Oh, a nice grab from Devo. Manages to catch Pandemonium right as he was about to get the killing blow. And Deadwood gonna die to tower. So, wow.
Again with the diving, though. Like, that was a great initiation by Slither, and they managed to get a lot. But, I mean, and, oh, Nymphora. Yeah, okay, she'll be fine. But, like you saw there, they just went way past, and all three towers were banging on them, and just, it was not worth it at all.
Yeah, if there's one thing that we could say to the Hellborn side is you might want to hold off on the diving a little bit there, bro, because your 22,000 experience lead just dropped to 16. So yeah, not the best exchange in the world going off there. As I mean, the defense tower at bottom still is about half health. The defense tower in middle took quite a bit more damage that time, but they had a really good initiation and stuff started from Slither, like you said. That was just beautiful that they used basically everything on that poor little Slither illusion, which died very proud, I am sure. As yeah, it used up a lot of things there. That's about as best a scenario as you can get for starting out a fight. But when you're diving in and you got three towers shooting at you constantly, those towers do so much damage. It's like having 3 extra heroes just pounding on your back. So hopefully they will learn their lesson here eventually, as they probably could have expanded their lead significantly if they'd have gotten the kill on that. But unfortunately they did not. Whoa, there we go, Nymphora and Pandemonium picking up onto Voodoo Jester. He's going to go down very quickly. And who else went down there? Slither got picked off by Devourer and Glacius. Looked like Slither was on his way over there to Pandemonium and them, but unfortunately didn't quite make it. As Nymphora jets herself in there, Electrician riding along with, does get the grab off onto Devourer. Unfortunately, the heal was out of range, not going to be able to get to him. And Electrician taking a whole lot of damage from Poison here. As the ultimate once again coming off from Pandemonium, but Malthus coming out to ruin the fun. Does break through the Shrunken Head, and oh, a nice attempt on the Devo hook. Not quite good enough, as Pandemonium still charging in. Devo running in here, gonna be getting the tower, shooting on him. Void Talisman used by Glacius to avoid the further attacks. Yeah, to avoid Talisman, to avoid. Since I'm so clever. But yeah, another big team fight where they didn't really do anything to the base. I mean, it started out further out, to be fair, but they still could have done some damage there if they hadn't just been so hero focused, and they just get so bloodlusted that they see red and that's all that they want is to kill a hero. as they are going to go ahead and try and pick up another Kongor. Some pings coming out from yellow in those guys, so they may be on their way to investigate. Not sure if they're going to be able to take Kongor down before the Legion gets wind of it. As we have Devo, is he going to throw out a mystery hook? No, he's not. He's going to go here for that Ward of Sight, and the Hellborn is going to abandon Kongor.
Yeah, we do have the one thing going for the Legion, or excuse me, the Hellborn in all of these fights is that they are picking off Sandwraith every time. I mean, poor little Sandwraith is 0 and 8. He has finished his mock now, but yeah, if the Legion has any hope, they just gotta try and get enough wards up so that Sandwraith can get some of the jungle without being picked off, and that's really what they need to depend on at this point. I mean, Devourer's great in the mid game, but once we start getting towards the late game, they're gonna have to depend on someone getting out that DPS if they want to have any hope of winning this.
Yeah, and you know, Devo has been playing a pretty good game. He's at 14 and 9, but you know, it is starting to show. He's starting to die just about as many times as he gets kills too. And you know, that's kind of where Devo starts to max out, is once he's, you know, only able to deal out so much damage, and he can only take so much as well. He's a great tank, but you just can't rely on him for your end game. As Glacius just barely going to survive. Oh, goes down to the poison tick there. Nearly survived. Nymphora solo. Sandwraith, what are you doing, man? Oh, what? Okay, he does pick up the kill on Nymphora, but man, he probably could have gotten 2 kills there if he had just kept running straight. Instead, he got focused on that damn bird and wanted to kill the flying courier, and now he's taking some serious... Well, not serious damage. He's taking some harass anyways from Slither. As, whoa, the creeps are getting in on this one. As obviously picking sides. Doing a little bit of a block there for Slither on the Sandwraith. But man, oh, we got pushes going in on top and bottom as well. Pandemonium doing a push top here. Didn't even see him. As he does go ahead and pop his shrunken head and decides to run out of there. Hellbringer is pursuing, though. Is he going to go ahead and break Amalphus out? Yes, he does, and he manages to catch him at the last second. Devo there trying to line up for a hook. Will he be able to get it out? He's just a little too far away right now. I think.
He has his portal key, and no, the creeps are going to... There we go.
Nicely done, as he does go ahead and get ahead there. As there should be another Malphus on the way. He does have his Resto Stone available. Not going to probably need it. Oh, he might have to. Nope, does not need it. As we had also Electrician go down somewhere on the map. I didn't even see where that one went down. But top tower does go down for the Legion base. Bottom tower is still at about half health, and the middle tower is still not really taking any damage. So, wow, I mean, we're still at a 15,000 experience lead for the Hellborn, and they did do some good push in there with the Pandemonium, which I didn't even see doing it until at the last second when the other action died down. And Kongor now being attempted yet again. He's about half health, about where he was last time. I think they'll get him this time. I don't see any ping. Well, there's a ping from yellow, but he's not going to be able to stop him. They're so far along. Not sure who should pick it up. Maybe Slither out of this bunch that's present. Are any of them going to pick it up?
There we go.
Yeah, Deadwood just decides to go ahead and grab that. Not
sure.
sure.
They're actually choosing to pick up 2 quick blades, going for a nullifier. I actually really like this choice. It puts out a lot of DPS.
Yeah, especially when combined with that Geometer's Bane.
Yeah, for sure. You got a lot of mana burn coming out as well. In addition to that, if that wasn't as awesome enough as it is, you have the Purge ability to either slow someone down or just completely take off all your debuffs on yourself, or your teammates. So it's a great item, and I really like to see it. I would like to see it more than we see it.
So after all the complaining you've done about this Slither, I mean, we even had a recap on your complaining about him picking up this Helm of the Black Legion. Now all of a sudden you're in love with the guy, and yeah, I just wanted to point that out to the viewers there.
I do know him as well, so that...
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I can give you that much then.
But yeah, I do really like that pickup on him, but not the helm.
Not the helm. very select in her likes and dislikes.
Take-
Behemoth's heart picked up on Pandemonium to join up with his Shrunken Head, Helm of the Black Legion, and Nullstone there. As wow, we had very gutsy initiation from Deadwood as he goes down very quickly there, but he does have the token. He will be back. Electrician going down to follow. Hellbringer already down. Glacius maybe going to go down, uses the Tablet of Command to try and get away. Is the poison going to tick him down? No, it is not. As he does make it back to base to go ahead and heal up. And another tower dive. The token completely wasted that fight. I mean, Deadwood died in an instant. The tower gets denied. Wow, it's just...
Yeah, I was about to say again, they just like needed to attack the tower about twice. Deadwood was so ballsy, he just jumped in there into the middle of the entire team, and his team was like, whoa, what the hell just happened? And they were still halfway across the map, and they were running as fast as they could to get there to help him, and then nobody was paying attention, and it was just madness.
Yeah, definitely some scattered teammates there from the Hellborn. Sorry, I was trying to see what Deadwood was up to. But yeah, man, I really think that with the advantage that they had early and middle, you know, the Hellborn, I mean, they still have the experience lead and stuff, but Pandemonium telling them that you like turtles, because obviously they're complaining about the turtling, but it's not really even turtling. They're out there, they're pushing, they're doing things, but every time that they push, the guys are there to defend. So basically they're complaining that they're defending whenever they push, and they're pushing
they're
very
not even,
foolishly.
Sure, they're defending, but they're not even pushing really. Like, they're just looking for kills at this point, and I mean, that's what you get in fun games like this, when you just basically want to boost your KDR. But I mean, it would have taken 2 seconds there. Now they realize that, you know, maybe we can't wait till late game. They got a knife on him for a TP coming in. They're going to be able to take these racks. Arguably a backdoor here.
I would say that's probably inarguably a backdoor. So they do come down here. And
yeah, like I think now they're realizing, no, maybe we can actually lose this game.
We need to get
Vara's
an
going to bite
advantage
him
going
more.
here.
He's going to go down. Slyther's going to go down as well. But yeah, so they got to smarten up if they really want to win this. Otherwise, Sandwraith is just going to get too far.
And Deadwood gonna be joining the party. Boom! Everybody to the bath. Let's all go take a nice little bath in the Hellborn. I don't know what the hell's flying out of that thing's mouth, but I'm guessing it's not all that pleasant.
I keep saying Sandwraith is gonna get too far, but he keeps getting picked up every battle. I really feel for the guy, cause
1 in 10. That
yeah,
Sandwraith.
He's got to be pretty frustrated at this point. But his teammates are doing well.
Yeah, 300 gold per minute. The lead farm on the Legion side now being taken over by Hellbringer. So Hellbringer, you know, he has that Restoration Stone and actually has an Acolyte Staff now. I'm going to click on each of these guys so I don't miss on any items just in case. But yeah, he has the Acolyte Staff, so he's working towards Voodoo Jester. Glacius is Void Talisman. We saw that earlier. Slyther does have his Null... Nullfire. I was going to say, it's not Null Talisman. Nullfire Blade. Has that finished. Pandemonium's still sitting on the same old stuff he had for a good long while. Electrician not really moved yet. Deadwood... Oh, when did he pick up a Barrier Idol? Didn't notice that. So maybe that's where some of his false confidence came from.
Sorry to interrupt, but
yeah.
Speaking of Barrier Idols, I'm really surprised that Devourer has not picked up one. I mean, he did choose to go Nullstone first, which, I don't know, could be argued with, I suppose, but...
It stops the grab and stops the...
Yeah,
both grabs. Both of the major grabs.
But, I mean, usually you see a Devourer go straight Barrier Idol, and there's a reason for that, and especially in this match when we got Electrician with those spell shards, and you got the magic damage coming out from Slyther as well, that it would really benefit his team at this point, even at this point, to get one. And I hope that's what he chooses to go for next, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Actually, it looks like he did finish
he do
something.
As a headdress?
Yep, has his headdress.
So that's good.
Step 1.
Step 1 complete.
So yeah, I mean, we are 54 minutes into this game, and I mean, obviously you can tell from the items that are on some of these people how far we are into this game. As Pandemonium's at 388 gold per minute, he probably does have inarguably the best, major, items there, as he does have plenty of gold to have spent so far. Slither also at a pretty respectable farm of 247. Deadwood at 269. But, I mean, as far as we are into this game, none of these guys really has a super great farm. And I guess that's why it's dragged out so far. The Hellborn has given up the leads that they keep getting, and the Legion just never really had all that great a farm to begin with. And the one who should have been getting farm was Sandwraith, and he's just been completely and totally dominated the entire game.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, this Hellbringer is actually pretty farmed too. I'm just looking at him now. He's finished his Frostfield plate. I'd like to see it, like, maybe a barbed armor is always ridiculous on Hellbringer. It's kind of like just daring the other team. It's like, attack me, I dare you. And you do more damage to yourself than to him. And it's just a great item on Hellbringer. He can survive so long. And especially with that Resto Stone getting off those 2 ultimates, it's good if he can get them off at opportune moments. So I like to see that pickup, but I mean, Frostfield Plate has, in my opinion, the best effect in the game, so I can never argue with it.
Yeah, definitely. The Russian Rainbow Warriors have been putting up quite the fight here, and they're doing a fabulous job.
Are they actually Russian?
I don't know, but they all have the little Russian flags, so either they're just very obsessed with the Russian culture or something, but they they have spent some money, as we can tell from the announcer and all of their icons. So I don't know, but I can imagine that they have a good time when they play. As they do go ahead, Hellborn pushing in here. They do. Okay, they're not backdooring the middle this time, but they did backdoor it pretty hard last time. Now this time they do have Slither getting grabbed down here by Devo. Malphus ultimate going out there. I guess it was just to mostly stop Deadwood from going anywhere. But wow. So far Glacius down. We have Slither down. Deadwood does go down. Devo's trying to get away here. Pandemonium. Look at him tanking this. Just so ridiculous. Oh. And here I was bragging about Devo and those awesome hooks. He just completely shot right next
Sometimes
to
it's
him.
the easiest ones that are the hardest to hit.
Yeah. He's anticipating him to do that little side juke, I guess, as Voodoo Jester does pop the Void Talisman at the last second. Is he going to be able to get out of there?
Wow.
Hellbringer gets the slow off, the poison to follow. Pandemonium going to go down now. Nymphora going to be following Genocide on the Hellborn. So nicely done. Here's a good opportunity for the Legion to get a little bit of a push back, maybe. If they could do something to even out the middle, that would be great. They didn't really lose anything important at bottom, but it's definitely still leaned in favor of the Hellborn, because all they have to do is grab some Raxus now, and they're apparently not too shy to steer away from backdooring. So the Legion needs to make something happen pretty quick.
Yeah, and obviously the momentum now definitely in Legion's favor. The past couple team fights have gone their way, and really what the Hellborn needs to be doing now is they can do a couple of things. They can either get a Kongor and push, in which case that would give them the advantage in the team fight, or they can try and turtle it themselves. But I mean, I don't know how much late game they have in the heroes that they have. Panda is ridiculously powerful, as we saw how much damage he was tanking right now. And right now they're going to turtle Illusions of Slither going down. Slither just needs to delay now, right? A couple of his teammates are coming back up in a couple seconds, and this tower is going to go down. They really just need to save their rocks at this point.
Yeah, the also Sandwraith picking up a Blessed Orb and Ice Brand there, so he got a little bit of farm. He picked up 3 kills in their last major fight. Pandemonium getting the ultimate off, the grab coming out from Electrician. Oh my god, all hell's breaking loose, as we do go ahead and see Sandwraith die once again. Hellbringer probably to follow. They probably stayed just a little too long, as unfortunately Devour does manage to kill himself while eating on that Deadwood. So very unfortunate. Glacius going to get stunned out of that. Oh, he does not. I didn't think that he's going to have that get out, but Hellbringer and Glacius now the only 2 up for the Legion. Very, very unfortunate. Devour does go ahead and buy back. It's something that really, yeah, they weren't going to be able to have allow them to go ahead and push this, as Nymphora did port her and some teammates down here. Devo desperately trying to defend, is grabbed by Electrician. Nymphora going to go down, though. Nicely done. Electrician maybe to follow. Oh, he does go down. Devo going to go down, though, as well. Does Hellbringer? No, he does not have another Malphus up just yet. He has 20 seconds on that. He needs to stay alive. Try and just keep from dying to this Pandemonium at this point. As... oh, man, they think they're coming way too far out of their base. Yep, he's going to go down, and Glacius is going to join him, and they have no real stopping power now, as the bottom is probably going to fall quite easily. So yeah, definitely should have turtled a little more on that exchange for sure.
Well, there was not that much they could do. I mean, Devourer had to buy back there, and they did as much as they could.
It's just when Hellbringer came out, you know, he had like 10 seconds by the time he died for another Malphus, and that might have been enough to have stunned him and kept him out. But Slither showed up, and now they're pushing top. So I think this is probably just going to go ahead and go to the Hellborn here. Even with all of the mistakes that have been made, it's just too much of an advantage at this point for them. Panda popping his ultimate onto Voodoo Jester, trying to take him down here. Voodoo Jester gets the Void Talisman off just in the nick of time to deny Pandemonium the kill, and Pandemonium going down. So, wow, they've gotten the melee Rex bottom, and they got to defend this ranged Rax. Top Rax took some damage, but it will heal. So... wow, yep, we got a ping coming out on Kongor. That'll definitely be a big tide changer there, as the kills overall have balanced out to 54 to 52. The experience lead in the Legion side, and the gold lead in the Hellborn. So, yeah, the Hellborn definitely still have the advantage with the base situation the way that it is, but I guess that the Legion can still, maybe if they can get a really good team fight, they can still come back and get this.
Yeah, and that's the only way they're going to be able to do it. Now they've got those two lanes, both being pushed out rather heavily. They're going to have to keep at least one person back to defend their base, and now they're going to lose the Kongor kill. There's nothing really the Legion can do about it as well, so that's going to give a huge advantage to the Hellborn coming up into the next team fight. And so basically it's one mistake right now, and it's GG for the Legion.
For sure, as the bananas are going to be... who's getting bananas? No one's getting bananas. Well.
Aww.
Aww.
Just gonna be left to rot.
I just dropped that Trinket of Restoration on Nymphora. She's always one of the first ones to go down, so I'd do something. I'd get rid of something for it. Because that's like, it's basically a token. If you can manage to use it, if you're not stun locked, it's basically like a token, so...
well, she's thinking about it.
She's at least standing guard.
She's eyeing them.
It's like, hang on, dude, I gotta sell.
Oh, she's bringing someone in.
There we go. Brought Panda in.
That's just delivery right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
She doesn't bring the bananas to you. She brings you to the bananas.
Oh, so, wow. Yep. Very unfortunate here. I was kind of hoping that the Legion would have an opportunity to come back. I'm not really seeing it as a very good opportunity for them to be able to come back in this game and
come at us, bro. I hate that, by the way. It makes me laugh though.
So yeah, they're gonna try. Are they gonna push top, or are they gonna go ahead and run in somewhere else, distract them in one lane while they finish out another? Or nope, looks like they're gonna go straight for the middle push. As Electrician, it's like, you know what, guys, I can handle this. I'll just take on all of them at once. This is cool. I can do this. So that might be a little bit of the accident we were hoping for, if they can manage to get him before he pulls to his teammates. Oh, and he does make it to his teammates, but the question is it going to be enough? Sandwraith is going to go down here. I would almost guarantee you, since he's just had so horrible a game so far. Yes, he does. 100-second cooldown on him. Double Malphus coming out into the fight. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be quite enough. Pandemonium nearly down. Oh, but he does... no, he does not get away. Thanks to an excellent Devo hook. And Devo blinking up here to finish off Deadwood. Deadwood going to be coming back with the token of life. Nymphora trying to get away. Don't know if she's going to be able to. Electrician. Holy crap, how did Electrician get back into the fight so powerfully? He was really hurt before. But, yep. Oh, does go ahead and take him down.
Can't touch this.
So wow.
Yeah, he bought back.
Oh, did he buy back? And does he have?
So.
How did he get back into the? Oh, Nymphoria must have brought him, I guess. Wow, had to have. That was just crazy.
Because he did die there, so...
I would assume.
Unless he had the token, in which case...
No, we saw Deadwood had the token, and Pandemonium had the bananas.
This is why I need to pay more attention.
And so, yeah, I don't know what happened. As I'm sure the viewers will explain it to us in the comments below. As Deadwood does go ahead and use his barrier, you see him blink in there, and he punched Hellbringer, thinking he could take him down, but Hellbringer, getting off all of his spells and everything, was able to defend himself quite well there, and actually almost killed Deadwood. So, wow. The Deadwood is so persistent. But yeah, bottom needing some defense here. There we go. Devil's going to show up on the scene and clear that out before they do manage to pick up that ranged Rax, which will increase that push down there just a little bit more. So, wow, very well defended. I mean, they had bananas and a token, and it just, you know, Electrician was playing the one-man Lone Ranger down there. Ended up getting picked off pretty well from the beginning of that fight. They were strung out when they showed up to the fight. And, yeah, Hellbringer had all of his stuff ready, had the double ultimate. Everything was good to go. So, well played by the Legion in the defense of that. They did lose, you know, the majority of their players. And Sandwraith, of course, first to go down. But they did hang in there. And, oh, Sandwraith actually finishing a Frostwolf Skull. So, getting a little more tanky, I guess. He's almost up to 3,000 HP. As he gets punched by Deadwood, but it doesn't look like it really tickled him all that much. As, unfortunately grabbed the Sandwraith ultimate illusion instead of Nymphoria. Almost had her. The Slither illusion's now doing some damage, stealing what mana they can. Slither still hasn't upgraded his Nullfire Blade. As, we got Slither getting grabbed by Devo. Unfortunately, the Legion is awfully spread out here. I don't know if this is going to work out for him. Slither maybe going to go ahead and go down. He does go down. Pandemonium, though, doing work on Hellbringer, but Hellbringer's Life Void doing so much damage.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, did you see the cursed ground tick? The tick that killed Pandemonium in him? There was over 1,000 on each of them. As Nymphoria... Oh, nice juke. Very nice juke. As she is going to try... Tried to get the portal out, but did not quite make it. As I believe the Malthus spotted her. And Devour was Sandwraith doing some work down there on Electrician, getting the kill and increasing the experience on the lead for the Legion to 10,000. They did lose the ranged Rax bottom, but wow, they are just...
It's still going to be pretty hard for the Legion to win this. I mean, this has been extremely impressive play. But, I mean, that last team fight, Electrician wasn't even there. He was in the bottom lane. And just a little... They tried to do the dual push, and, I mean, they did get the bottom racks, so that's going to tie both hands behind the Legion's backs, unfortunately. And, I mean, they have a good 30 seconds here left to go, and they're trying to push as much as they can, but... Like I said, it's at this point with 4 racks down, you usually call the GG, and I mean the other 2 racks are exposed, so it'll be very, very difficult for them to come back from this.
Yeah, it's still definitely a very hard comeback for them to make, but given what we've seen so far as just the disorganization of the Hellborn team going into these fights, they do get separated out. Deadwood that time, I was the one I got a call out to say that he was out there on his own. You know, doing his Deadwood thing. Deadwood always is one of those that you get out there and he has fun on his own and gets a kill, but he was up there in the Legion base, did the punch onto Sandwraith, did absolutely no damage to him, hardly at all, and got caught out for it, and then that was kind of a failed initiation attempt. As they are just going to go ahead and blatantly go for a backdoor, and they get the melee racks, and now they're desperately trying to get the ranged. As this is not the way I wanted this game to end. Now
I'm very disappointed, honestly. They do save the range racks after all, but that is just not the way you want to see this kind of game ending, and I am a little sad that they resorted
they would
to
go
that.
for that. Yeah, I mean it's not like we shouldn't have expected it. Like I said earlier, they already did that to the middle racks, which gave them a good advantage. And the Legion manned up and they got in there and they destroyed the middle racks, the melee there. So Very well done from the Legion here so far. As you know, Devo's going to try and do some work on this melee Rex. There's nothing really he can do to stop Electrician from keeping him back. But they do get the ranged Rax middle. They are going to go ahead and get the melee and ranged top, I would say. They don't just ignore that Electrician. Just get the Raxes. Go down to the bottom. You've got creeps in the base. It's not a backdoor. Go ahead and destroy that. And wow, yeah, definitely well deserved by the Legion here. They did put up with some backdooring, and they turtled when they had to, and they ended up, you know, they made the Hellborn bash their head against the wall every single time they went for that. And the Hellborn just kept making mistakes that, you know, gave them the game. And I know it's not over yet, but with the way it looks currently, it's not looking good, and they're just going to go ahead and try and get the throne here instead of going for Megas, which might be a wise call.
It is a wise call, and I mean, they're just going to go for the throne here, and wow. Crazy. Like, I mean, if they had gotten those Mega Creeps at the bottom, it would have been a completely different story. And you can see even now the creeps are pushing into their base, but wow. Legion take it.
Was not expecting that. I mean, with as many mistakes as the Hellborn was making this game, you know, nothing against those players. I'm sure that, you know, it's just a game for fun. Everyone had a good time. You know, you always enjoy getting kills and being Rambo, running around and causing mayhem. But if you want to win, you got to get some teamwork together. And the Legion, they got it together, and they managed to catch the Hellborn in their mistakes just about every single time they did it. And the Hellborn had all of the... I don't think the Legion got a single Kongor in all that. There was 3 Kongors went down, right?
Yeah.
So, wow. Yeah, very well played by the Legion, and a well-deserved victory, even with all of the shenanigans of the Hellborn. So, do you have anything else you'd like to say, Smock?
Nope, shenanigans is a good word for it, and shame on you.
As I agree. So, thank you again, Smock, for joining me at least halfway through. So, and thank you all viewers for watching here, and we will look forward to bringing you some more casts in the future. So I guess we will catch you all next time.